Sponsored by the Mike Morris Law Firm, 855 Mike Wins. Jason Carr Live starts now.
Hello to you on a Monday morning, coming to you from downtown Detroit, live inside the Local 4 compound. This is the 9:15-ish, Jason Carr Live. Jacob and John, how are you guys?
Pretty good. How are you?
Oh, pretty good.
Pretty good.
What's pretty good?
I don't know. It's, up there. About here.
For a Monday?
For a Monday.
You're going to qualify it?
Good Monday morning.
We are glad you're all with us. Obviously, the top story continues to be the passing of Detroit's beloved Mr. I. He will be rest later this week. He was 87 at the time of his passing. Graduated from Cooley High School and actually turned down a minor league contract from the Tigers before enlisting in the Marines. After serving 4 years, he returned to play minor league ball for the Tigers before a knee injury. As you might recall, 1959, he and his wife Marion saved up enough money to buy the first Little Caesars location in Garden City, and by 1962, they owned their first pizza franchise. He bought the Red Wings 20 years after that, and the Tigers another 10 years later. A public viewing, Mr. Ilitch laying in repose, will be held Wednesday from 12 to 8 in the grand lobby of the Fox Theater. They are asking, in lieu of flowers, that donations be made in Mike Ilitch's memory to Ilitch Charities.
Which is really nice. I mean, the flowers, I'm sure they're going to have plenty of flowers there already. Mm-hmm. And there's the three charities, foundations that can use the money.
Oh, yeah.
So.
White Boy Rick. Wershey has 2 new chances at freedom.
2 of them. Both this week, too.
Clue us in as I look at the comments here.
Yes.
Coming in about Mike Ilitch.
The appeals court is supposed to be taking a look. Let's see, which one was it? I'm sorry, I don't have it in front of me. Wershey is the longest-serving nonviolent juvenile offender in Michigan history. He was arrested at 17. Anyways, a federal court of appeals scheduled oral arguments, I believe, for the 16th, for allegations of cruel and unusual punishment. That the Michigan Parole Board will have to explain why they believe he belongs behind bars for this life sentence that he received. So that's on the 16th, but tomorrow he actually has a parole board hearing where they'll ask him if he were to be paroled, where he would live, where he would work, things like that. And if that meeting goes well, the board would have a full public hearing to debate his release. So that's coming up tomorrow, and then on the 16th is the appeals court date, and Kevin Dietz is going to be all over this, taking a look. And,
Local 4's Kevin Dietz, following the story.
Which he's been on top of that for years now,
yep,
and
exactly.
It looks like it could be a good chance that he gets out this time.
All right, what do you think? Should White Boy Rick remain behind bars? Should he finally be released? We invite your comments in the comment section here in our live post, the live thread that's going on Facebook right now. Also, clickondetroit.com. We're streaming on Click On right now, right, Dave?
Oh, yeah.
Just making sure. Check out the peephole on this front door.
Isn't this cool? It's like an iris.
That's freaky.
Yeah, a little bit. I'm afraid to get your finger stuck in there, right? But, I mean, it's a little really wide. Kind of fun. Yeah. TV's Ken likes it.
You know what that reminds me of? Can you put it back up there?
Yeah.
Have you seen the movie Alien?
Yeah, it does.
It's when Detroit native Tom Skerritt is going through those HVAC tunnels on the Nostromo. Mm-hmm. And he keeps telling them, okay, shut the junction, and they shut it behind him, and he's got the flamethrower. That's exactly what that looks like.
Yeah. Pretty neat.
Speaking of Michigan natives, Kathleen Considine of Dearborn, currently living in Oregon, was attempting to fly her dog from Detroit to Portland with a layover in Chicago. Her dog, Jacob, was to travel a total of 10 hours, but somehow it took more than 24 hours for her dog to get home. When the golden retriever arrived, he was weak and later died.
Yeah. Yeah, it was supposed to be a 1-hour layover in Chicago, which turned into a 20-hour layover, and she says that Jacob, the dog, wasn't fed during that time. And the moment she got home, his condition deteriorated, and very soon after that died. The vet said that it was something called GVD, which can happen from either stress or overeating, and since she says he wasn't eating, that it must have been stress.
So United Airlines released a statement saying, "We were deeply saddened to hear of Jacob's passing after we returned him to the care of his owner. Our PetSafe team is committed to the safety and comfort of all the pets that travel with us. We worked to ensure Jacob's comfort throughout his entire journey, and he showed no signs of distress nor behaved in any way that would suggest he was unwell while in our care. Though we understand little can ease the grief, we've been in touch with Miss Considine to offer our condolences and discuss the matter further," end quote.
Yeah, so it's not over yet. You know, she may get some sort of compensation, but I mean, how do you deal with something like that? You know,
I mean, there isn't any
yeah, there's no way to fix it.
Talking about your companion, your friend, your pet. The California spillway, they are really worried about this because a 30-foot wall of water could end up gushing down the canyon, so to speak, and flood towns that are below.
Is what has been happening all weekend, and it's gushing over the sides of the spillway. Mm-hmm. Something like 180,000 people have been forced to evacuate.
It's close to 190, I think.
Yeah.
The lake rose some 50 feet in just a few days. This is Oroville Dam, the tallest structure of its kind.
Yeah. This is the first time this spillway has ever been used. The main spillway, I guess, has a giant hole in it.
Yeah.
And so this one, it's amazing.
Scary stuff, and it deteriorated really quickly. Because I remember on Friday they were saying they didn't think it would affect any cities, but in 2 days it just went horribly wrong.
There actually is, and I'm obviously we hope that all remains as is there, and that the worst does not happen. But there is a movie called The Wave out of Norway that came out several years back that was it's about water rushing down
a spillway like this.
Well, not from a spillway, but in an enormous wall of water that would come and just literally lay waste to a town. So we hope that that does not occur in real life in California. 8 cities are under evacuation orders. Some people are taking their family albums. One guy is like, I don't know how smart it is, but I'm staying. Heard him on WWJ radio.
Bring a life vest.
Melissa McCarthy returned as Sean Spicer. Spicy. Spicy's back. Do we have a clip?
We have a clip.
Any other questions?
Yeah, just mentally, though. Are you okay?
Kidding me? Are you? You don't have a chance, Spicy. You think that crazy wish I'd come around and live from New York and Saturday night? All right, any other?
So they motorized the podium, I guess.
and a leaf blower.
Yeah, brought the leaf blower, all the props again. It's a great episode Saturday night.
Well, Saturday Night Live enjoying its best ratings in 20 years. Very strong the other night, although I am starting to notice a backlash that the kind of people that review SNL for pop culture publications, like it's their job to write about SNL. I've seen at least one, I think possibly 2 articles that were basically like Saturday Night Live is not going far enough. They're just grabbing the low-hanging fruit and not being as sharp and as cutting as they could be.
Okay. Well, I mean, we've still got a couple more months left in the season. Maybe they'll start sharpening up, but
we'll see.
Yeah.
Facebook wants to be your weather forecaster.
I don't know. Brandon Rue's my weather forecaster.
Ben Bailey.
And Ben Bailey.
Paul
Facebook,
Gross.
Okay. All right.
So the less said about that, the better. That's pretty much all you need to know. Burger King, an Instagram user named Jordan got caught cheating by commenting on Instagram. He got on Burger King's Instagram and burned them for taking too long to get his girl's order, except his actual girl was like, wait, who's he talking about? I wasn't at Burger King, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then this other girl he's calling his girl says, don't bring me into this. And then people are on Instagram, on Burger King's Instagram going, wait, are we watching the end of a relationship on Burger King's Instagram?
I mean, you got to watch what you post, where, and who has access to what accounts. And I mean, you're not completely anonymous out there.
It's like, it's weird to think that like they both might have been just like following Burger King's Instagram account, like that she just like stumbled. Like I'm sure she must have been tagged or something, because I feel there's no way she just stumbled upon that.
Well, she may have been looking at her boyfriend's
I guess that's
posts
true.
or something. I mean,
Very strange thing, very funny.
yeah.
Are you alleging that Burger King, this might be some sort of viral marketing stunt?
Oh, maybe. That's an interesting
I
idea.
have nothing to say.
It would not be the first time that we had doubted the veracity of how something like this went down. It turned out to be just a big sales pitch. Bruno Mars and The Time saluting Prince. What's going on?
No.
Yeah, I mean last night they sang I believe 3 or 4 songs from Prince at the Grammys, and we've got a clip of the Bruno Mars singing "Let's Go Crazy."
That's fun.
That's pretty ballsy on his part, because, and I'm not saying anything negative about him, because I think Bruno Mars put on the greatest halftime show in Super Bowl history recently. But Prince
Yeah.
is legend. And they go out there, and Bruno Mars is also sort of a diminutive guy, and he also plays multiple instruments and that sort of thing. But to go out there and do that song, I mean, even in tribute, you're risking a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, he did it well. I mean, it sounded a lot like Prince, but I don't know.
I read a critique this morning on one of those aforementioned pop culture websites that said that attempting to duplicate Prince's shredding guitar solo from Let's Go Crazy, shouldn't have done it.
No.
We have video of a dog playing goalie.
Yeah, hey, take a look at this. This
Yeah,
is great.
wow.
I mean, and he catches some of them. It's great.
What's his name?
I don't have the dog's name. All I just know is he's
Tim Howard.
a good goalkeeper. Good little goalkeeper.
The fact that he catches them is so impressive to me.
Mm-hmm. And he stands up every time to do it.
I mean, dogs can do really anything, and it's like,
What about the one that he let get past him that's back there in the net? You see it?
Yeah, don't worry about that one.
they can get that one on video.
Well, they got this on video, and Nyquist is going to have some splaining to do.
Yeah. I
After-
mean, look at this high stick. It's,
Up underneath the visor.
yeah, hits him right in the face. I mean, I don't know, Jacob, what's he looking at now? What's going to happen?
So he was assessed a 4-minute penalty in the game, but he's got a meeting with the league coming up either today or tomorrow. Guaranteed at least 6-game suspension, could be more. He says it was an accident that his stick hit the boards, but I mean, it looks really, really bad.
Yeah, it seemed like he was aiming.
Yeah, so we'll see. At least a 6-game suspension, though, is guaranteed. So, but you can see right there. He's looking right at him before he hits him.
Yep.
Rough.
What do you think? How many games should Gustav Nyquist get suspended for his high sticking incident there that seemed like it might have been, if not premeditated, then certainly intentional in and of that moment? We have come to the end of the rundown.
Yeah, that was it. That was it. We've been on for 15 minutes, though.
Yeah, we went early today, so it was like the 9:10ish.
Yeah. Doesn't happen often, but occasionally.
All right, I will see you on television on Local 4 at the top of the hour at 10 o'clock. It's myself and Tati today. The two of us holding down the fort. Chuck, I believe, is back Wednesday.
Wednesday, and then you leave.
I won't. Yeah, you won't have me to kick around
Right.
for a few days. All right, everybody have a great day.
Stay classy, Detroit. Jason Carr Live was sponsored by the Mike Morris Law Firm, 855 Mike Wins.